Okay, guys, right now we talking about biographical characteristics about disability continues. Um, Workplace policy, boards, officials, and circumstantial regarding individuals with physical or mental disabilities vary from country to country. Countries such as Australia, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Japan have specific laws to protect individuals with disabilities. These laws have resulted to greater acceptance and accommodation of people with physical or mental impairments. Uh, the impact of disability on employment outcomes has been explored have a variety of perspectives. In Thailand, please think about the law in Thailand about protection disability. And you can compare the situation that protects disability employee in Thai between in Thai and in Japan. It's so different because in Japan have greater than Thailand laws about this topic. On one hand, when disability status is randomly manipulated among hypothetical candidates, disabled individuals are rated as having superior personal qualities like dependability. Another review suggested that workers with disabilities receive higher performance evaluations. However, individuals with disabilities tend to encounter lower performance expectations and are less likely to be hired. Mental disability may impair performance more than physical disabilities. Individuals with such common mental health issues as depression and anxiety are significantly more likely to be absent from work. The elimination of discrimination against the disabled workforce has long been problematic in Europe. For instance, policy to motivate employers have failed to boost the workplace participation rate for workers with disabilities. And outright quota systems in Germany, France, and Poland have backfired. However, the recognition of the talents and abilities of individuals with disability has made a positive impact. In addition, technology and workplace advancements have greatly increased the scope of available jobs for those with all types of abilities. Managers need to be attuned to the true requirements of each job and match the skills of the individual to them, providing accommodations when needed. But what happens when employees do not disclose this or their disabilities? Let's hide this, hidden disability. Continue. Okay, for this one later and about this. Um, as we mentioned earlier, disabilities include observable characteristics like missing limbs, illnesses that require a person to use a wheelchair, a blindness. Other disabilities may not be obvious athlete at first, unless an individual decides to disclose a disability that isn't easily observable. It can remain hidden at the discretion of the employee. These are called hidden disability or invisible disabilities. Hidden or invisible disabilities generally fall under the categories of sensory disabilities. For example, impaired hearing, autoimmune disorders like rheumatoid, chronic illness or pains like carpal tunnel syndrome, cognitive or learning impairment, sleep disorders like insomnia. As a result of reasons can change the performance of the employees. Okay, guys, manager will think they are less capable of strong job performance. Okay, in some ways, a hidden disability is not truly invisible. For example, a person with undisclosed will still exhibit the behaviors characteristic of the condition, such as difficulty with verbal communication and lack of adaptability. You may observe behaviors that lead you to suspect an individual has a hidden disability, and you may attribute the behavior to other causes. For instance, you may incorrectly ascribe the slow speech of a coworker to an alcohol problem rather than to the long-term effects of a stroke. Mm, As for the employee, research suggests that disclosure helps all the individual, others, and organizations. Disclosure may increase the job satisfaction and well-being of the individual, help others understand and assist the individual to succeed in the workplace, and allow the organization to accommodate the situation to achieve top performance. Okay, and the next um tenure. Okay, about this tenure expresses as work experience appears to be a good predictor of employee productivity. The longer a person is in a job, the less likely he or she is to quit. Religions, as a result of different perceptions of religion's role in the workplace. Religious discrimination claims have been a growing source of discrimination claims in the US. Okay, next. Sexual orientation and gender identity. Many organizations have implemented policies protecting employees on the basis of sexual orientation. Okay. Next, we talk about ability. Okay, guys.